Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to show you how to move an Outlook calendar appointment and all of its related contents, links, and maybe any file attachments, move them all over as one item to a OneNote, to a notebook in OneNote and a specific page in OneNote, so that in that scenario you would have all of the appointment information available in the OneNote page, and then you could add any additional content you want, or just simply add notes, perhaps as you're having the meeting, add your notes to them, being able to open up any file attachments during the meeting, and so on. So a nice little feature. So as you can see here, I have on May 23rd, 2018, I have an appointment in my calendar to make a presentation at a conference. And if I click to open it up, you'll see that what I have inside of that appointment message is all the various information, the date. I have a file attachment. This is a PDF copy of one of my presentations that I'll be giving at the conference. And then I have all the a link to each of my presentations. These are actually links, just FYI. These are links to those files, those PDF files being stored in SharePoint. Okay? So I have all that information here, but what I really want to do is send this over to OneNote so I have access to it in OneNote and I can add my additional notes during the meeting. So if I click Meeting Notes here in the Home tab, actually the Meeting Home tab, and by the way, I'm using Outlook 2016 and OneNote version 2016. If you have an earlier release, the interface may look a little different, but the functionality is virtually the same. So when I click on Meeting Notes, it asks me if I want to open up shared meeting notes, which in that case it would actually create a new notebook that would have shared access to the other people who have been invited to the meeting. I don't typically do that. Sometimes I do though. But what I want to simply say here is I want to choose the option to take notes on my own. So when I click that, you'll see it opens up this dialog window where I can either type in a specific OneNote section or notebook section or page that I'm searching for. Down here I have all my notebooks to choose from. Or I can go to my recently used OneNote pages. And that often works very well because many times you'll have already been working in that part of a notebook and it just gets you a quick direct access to it. But I'll take the little bit longer route here. I want to go into my OneNote webinar demo notebook, and I have that organized in 3 sections. Presumably you're familiar with sections inside of OneNote notebooks. And I also want to go into the staff section within that notebook. That's where I want to put this. So all I have to do is point to where I want to send it, and then I click OK. And what it will do is then it'll open up that notebook, my OneNote webinar demo notebook. It goes to the staff section tab, as you can see here, and it created a new page. The title for the OneNote page is the same as the subject line for the actual appointment. And then you'll notice this is actually, it's condensed the information, but I have the basic appointment information. Then I can just start typing my notes in here. Okay, make sure to get there 30 minutes early, for example. Well, that's obvious. Okay, but then notice one of my first options is I can click here to link to the Outlook item. So when I click here, that gives me a direct link back to the actual appointment record, if you will, in Outlook. So now you can see I'm in this window, I'm in my Outlook appointment view. I'll go ahead and close that. Okay, then I have invitation message. I can click to expand that. And so what this is showing me the actual contents that's within the Outlook appointment message. And so what I've done here, just to provide some more examples, is I have 3 sessions at the conference that I'm presenting, and I have links to the files, my presentation files for each one. So the main point is you can see that those files, those links are active. If I click a link there, it's going to go into my SharePoint, and ultimately it's going to open up the file. There we go. It's a PDF file, so I could view it, review it maybe before my presentation. I could download it locally if I needed to do that, and so on. So the point is I have links that are active. I also, let me go ahead and collapse this. I also had one file that was actually attached to the appointment. So it's a PDF of one of the handout for one of the presentations. If I double click on that, you'll see it opens it up now as a file in Adobe Acrobat, because that's what I use for viewing PDFs. So now I have direct access to the file there. So you can see that's a pretty pretty valuable little feature, because now I can make any notes I want to in here. Maybe I'm preparing, and I might want to say, be sure not to go too long on blockchain presentation. Or whatever notes make sense to have in there. And I can open up the files and also have the ability to make edits to files and so forth. So that's really all there is to it. It's very simple to take your appointment information and move it over and all its associated content, including attached files, put them into OneNote as you see here, and then you can have full access to it from within OneNote. I hope you found this video to be helpful, and look forward to seeing you on a future video. Thanks, and have a good day.